Hello, welcome to this episode of Our Perspective. Joining me is my co-host, John Sells. What's up?
Hey, how everybody doing?
You know what? I can't speak for everybody, but I know I'm blessed. I'm blessed. So
I'm doing this because I'm practicing for when we actually do a live. You know, when we do a live, we can say, "How is everybody?" Like we on a crowd, you can hear the chit.
are
Well,
you, are you? Oh, okay.
yeah,
So yeah, practice for the live. But right now, since we not live,
right.
I'm gonna answer the question and I'm gonna say I'm blessed. Okay. Anybody want to leave a comment? Let us know how you doing. Leave a comment. Let us know how you feeling today, and then we'll make sure to send you some love next week. So last week, John, we talked about the new year coming in and what were the good things and the negative things that we remembered about last year. And you brought up something that I hadn't really given much thought, and that was you said that what stood out most for you that was negative was the fact that they took women's rights away. Okay.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that because I believe mindset is everything. And that's probably why it didn't really bother me like it may have bothered others. So talk to me, why did that stand out to you?
First of all, I just want to make note that in my home, I take women's rights away, but I don't think you should take women's rights away as far as on a global scale or for the United States to take women's rights away. I believe in traditional home, which means the man is the head of that home. But as far as if I go out into the world, I don't believe I'm the head of all women in the world. I believe I'm the head of my house. And me and my woman discuss whether she's willing to go along with that or not. But women, they ought to have the right to pick and choose what they want to do with their bodies.
Okay, so you really went there, and now I'm have to go there. Okay. The whole reason we're in the mess that we're in is because some man that think like you, okay, felt like it was okay to be over all women. Okay.
Okay.
But the reality is that no man can be over the woman unless she allows him to.
Right.
Okay.
You and so,
that's
a discussion.
Right. That's my point. So it didn't bother me because I know women are going to do what they want to do, regardless of what laws go into place. Ever since the beginning of time, a woman has done, even going back as far as Eve, she did what she wanted to do. Okay. And women will always do what they want to do. It doesn't matter what men say. So men need to stop trying to, get over their inferiority complexes by trying to downplay the woman. What they should do is lift the woman up so that woman can continue to lift up her man. Okay. That's my perspective.
I didn't mean to trip you up or anything like that, but without men, really don't have any decent world. Because if it was left up to y'all for how we get water to the homes and how we build homes, and I could go on. I could keep going. Men do make the world go round, but
a man wouldn't be here had it not been for a woman.
A woman cannot have a man without a man. It's which comes first, the chicken or the egg,
Hey, and so my point is,
I'm thinking chicken do, but I could be wrong.
Hey, my point is, we both are just as valuable. That's my point. Is that there's no big eyes, little U's when it comes to women and men.
I disagree once again, because in the middle of the night, and you hear that bumping, you're going to, well, maybe not so much anymore, but most women want to, hey, You want to go check that out, honey? And that's where the man comes in. Hunter gatherer. He's all through the Bible as the head of the house. I mean, I'm not practicing that, but I'm just saying, because if you practice that, you got to practice all of it. You can't just pick and choose the pieces you like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that buffet. But as far as telling a woman when and where she can procreate, I believe that's wrong, because everybody shouldn't have a child. I was just looking at something 2 days ago where a woman beat her baby up because she didn't get enough likes on IG. I mean, some people shouldn't have kids. Therefore, kill them now, kill them later. But either way, they still end up dead. That's not a solution. I believe you shouldn't force something on someone's body. You know, they should have control of their body.
Right. And here's the deal with a woman can't get pregnant by herself. So there's a problem on both ends, and having an abortion is like, that's not the only problem. The problem is these men are sleeping around with women, and the women are sleeping around with men. And unfortunately, there was no protection on either side. And so what we have is a mess that God knew we would have from the very beginning. That's why he said, don't commit adultery or fornication. Then we wouldn't have to worry about all of this, the woman having an abortion because she can't afford to do the kid by herself, or, you know, it's always, two are always better than one. And so if you go in connected, then the outcome, you'll still be connected.
Yeah, but that's a moral issue. That's you shouldn't have sex until you're married issue. But if you're not following that rule, because the United States is based on freedoms. If everybody free, yeah, well, you can say it, but that don't make it so. But I'm just saying, in my house, it's a male-dominated situation because I'm not following no females.
Okay.
I don't trust their decision making. Mine is the best, but for what I work with, that's the one I'm going with. That's a choice thing. It's still a choice. A woman can choose or to do it or not to do it. But when you take the choice away, then you create slaves. You create people that don't have their own mindset.
Yeah. And let me just say this, because I have to put a pin in what you just said about you're the head of the house and everything. And this is not necessarily for you, but I just want to put it out there because I think it's some women out there that want me to say this, what I'm about to say. Okay.
Mainly you.
I think there's some women that want me to say, does your wife work? Does she bring in any financial things into the home? Or do you just take care of everything that needs to be taken care of and every need that your wife has?
Oh, of course not. Come on.
Okay, then you're not the head.
There's no perfect place.
Then you're not the head.
That sounds. Oh no, but I am.
Okay.
Know how much my wife makes, because what she makes is not important to me. I don't care about that. I don't. But she is an important part of the half. You know what I mean? She make a lot of.
Y'all two became one. It's no big,
but
you and little her. You two are.
I do the heavy lifting. Big bank take little bank, right? If you do the heavy lifting,
everybody got to do something. Everybody has to do something. It's not whether, you're the man, you're supposed to be stronger, but that doesn't mean you're supposed to dominate.
Most women want that. If you really look at it, a woman doesn't want these weak dudes. There's a lot of feminine dudes around who act on emotions.
Well, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
that's a lot of the problem of women not wanting to submit to a man. Yeah, you're right. If you are the man in your house, in order for me to be the man and you to be the woman, we got to pick which one is the best one of the two. They're not equal. They're not. I
No,
can't
I
have.
know. No, they're not equal. I said the two become one. That means that both of you work together for the same common goal. You can't say that she doesn't matter and you're superior. And that's what males society has come to. It's like if a woman break up with you, then the man, he wants to kill her. You know, if he can't get his way, you know what I'm saying?
But that's the dudes that have a lot of feminine in them. That real man, if you break up with me, that's your loss. This is
Okay, so
the new me, by the way, because I used to be a feminine male, and I'd want to do something to you if I wasn't in agreement on this breakup.
okay,
But
okay.
when you break up now with me, it's like I'm good riddance. I'm glad you got off the ship because you was weighing me down. You know
Well,
what I mean?
yeah, I think we should have a segment. I think we should share our perspective, and you share that perspective that a man that beats a woman or that
Mhm.
tries to control a woman's thoughts and making her stay at home and all of this other stuff, let them know that that's feminine.
That's feminine.
Okay, thank you. I
Ain't
need
no,
to
we
put
don't.
this
You
got to be posted.
that ain't that. That don't even take a long time because if you're confident and you're a confident person, you can live without someone. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And if they want to be with you, then you should be glad to get that news. You know, instead of being around somebody who, when you sleep, they're looking at you like, "Oh, I can't wait for this." You know what I mean? You want
yeah,
somebody want to be on the team, and you
yeah,
have to
that's true.
for them to want to be on.
That's
My,
true.
if I pick you up in my car, you can't get in the car and start saying, "Well, you shouldn't drive like that. You should drive like this." No,
Right, right,
you go where I'm dropping you off at. You're going for the ride. It's my,
right,
it's my ride. So
right,
if you get in the car, that means you're going for the ride. You can't decide you want to be the driver and you don't even know where we're going.
right.
So, hop on.
I hear you. That's on both sides. I hear you.
No,
And tell me,
I would never get in the car with a woman talking about, I'm going wherever you say we going. I'm not, no. Where do you do that at?
well, first of all, they do it every day because some men, what's that song? I don't want no scrubs. No. But
Yeah,
some men don't have no transportation. So they do get in the car with a
that's not
woman's car.
a metaphor that like, we're going to do things this way or do things that way. I have a dream, like Martin Luther King. I have a dream and you come along for the dream. You play the background. You know what I'm saying? You
Oh,
don't
I
play the
see.
front.
Oh,
Yeah, you're a
oh,
backup
okay.
singer. You a cook's helper. You
Oh,
know what I'm
okay.
chef. You the
So
chef's helper.
most okay, using that as a metaphor. Most people they can't you do better having someone that can add to that dream. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? That
Mm-hmm.
can bring something to the dream. Let me just take a side note and just say, how come every time a woman has vision, let's say in corporate America, for example, a woman that can do just what the man can do, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes even better. I said sometimes. And if she does a great job, she is called out of her name. She's that B word and all of that other stuff that they call women who are strong, who are confident women. What's up with that? If a confident man came into my dream and improved my dream, I'm gonna let him come into my dream.
Let me do one at a time. A, a confident woman is cool, and if she could do everything a man can do, she don't need a man. She need a woman. First of all, women not supposed to do everything a man can do because we have our roles. You don't need. Well, I can't say that now. You got men that want to outdo women as far as dressing and makeup, and that's a whole nother shit. That's something else. I'm not trying to compete with a woman. I don't want to have kids. I don't want to nurture kids. I don't want to do none of that stuff. I will do it, but that's her position in life. You know, some people sit down and use the bathroom, some people stand up. We can't get out of our positions. And if you are a corporate whatever, then you doing a man's job, you might want a woman on your
No,
side.
okay,
Because
I
he
gotta say,
that one
hold
side,
up,
let me that
hold up, okay,
side
because you're
of
talking to a
woman.
woman who was in corporate America
Mhm,
and who ran an agency. I wasn't
mhm,
necessarily trying to be a man. I was trying to do what God ordained me, he
mhm.
promoted me to do. That's what's missing. Sometimes God will promote you over somebody else that everybody thinks because they're a man, they should be the one, in charge. A woman who is confident and assured of herself, not trying to be in charge, she's just trying to do what she's been gifted to do. Even in the Bible, they had Deborah, who was a judge. They had other women in the Bible who were over their man. It wasn't that they wanted to be over the man, but they had been appointed to that place.
Baby girl, you got to show me them scriptures where
I
women
will. I will.
must be something you got to go. You know, you should know the page, the chapter, and what
I
section of the
do. I
what.
do. And I'll have it for you. I'll have it for you. I'll come back with it because in
Mhm.
one story in the Bible, the husband was so scared the woman had to step up
Okay, you gonna call
on
that dude?
several.
To
Even,
call him a husband if you want to, but that was the
was a
feminine.
husband.
That was
He
that
was
he
a husband.
was
He just
a
so
husband
happened.
in name
He.
only. He was a husband in name only. The original way it was set up was y'all were supposed to be at home taking care of the kids, nurturing the kids. We were supposed to be out hunting and gathering. And
I
if it
understand.
would
I
where,
agree.
where we both had to do it, then we're not living right.
Well,
And
first of all, the hunting,
right, when we're
the
not living,
hunting is gone. The
okay,
hunting,
let me finish. When we're not living right, you know what I'm saying? It throws everything off. That's why you have all these LGBT, whatever. That came to play when women's rights came in. They had the right to either have kids or not have kids. You know what I'm saying? They had the right to either go to work or stay at home. When you gave them too much choice, they chose to do what the man was doing. But I'll tell you something, I work in construction and I very seldom see a woman on the roof putting the roof on. I very seldom see women hanging towel. I very seldom see women plumbers. I very seldom see women working forklift, front loaders. Maybe they can do these jobs, maybe they can't. I could be wrong, but I'm just saying it's better for the men to have that role in life.
okay, I gotta go there with you. Okay. First of all, no woman wants to do a man's job. Let's
Mm-hmm.
just make that clear. No
Mm-hmm.
woman wants to hunt and cut up deers and all of that. No woman wants to do that. Okay. No woman necessarily wants to do construction. Okay. I'm talking about women. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about confused women. I'm just saying, women. Okay. No woman wants to do that. But when a man, the father of her children, leaves because he
Mm-hmm.
wants another woman that may not have those kind of responsibilities to take him. So he doesn't want to be responsible for his family. When he leaves her, now she has to go and find a job. And that job may lead her to construction. It's not that she wants to be in a construction position, but that may be the only position that she can do at the time. And so she does it, and she does it well. And nobody should say she's not a woman because she's doing that. Nobody should say that she's out of order because she's taking care of her kids when the dad of those kids left her to take care of the kids. What do you expect a woman to do?
Make it happen. I suppose coming up with women making it happen in the household, a lot of these men don't know how to be men because there were no men around to teach them.
Thank you.
The whole thing is off balance.
Thank you.
Women are men, men are women. That's confusing to anybody.
Right.
But for those of us who know what a man's responsibilities are, and will choose to do them,
Yeah,
without
that's
complaint.
it. That's it.
This is who,
Choose.
these are the men I'm talking about.
Okay.
And women who say, oh man, you can't find a woman, these men that get in their feelings, you can't even have a conversation. First of all, you're not supposed to argue with a female. You mess up right there because they don't argue for the who's right and who's wrong. They in it for the art, for the feeling of it, and a guy is supposed to recognize that. And a real baseful man is going to say, hey, I said what I said, and that's it, and leave it alone. You talking to yourself now. You know what I mean? We're going to do it this way. This is the way we're going to go down this way in the woods, because I feel like it's a bear down this way, the way you want to go, could get us killed. Now, you follow me and get behind me. I'm going to handle it. I'll get first. I'll give you enough time to get away.
I love it. I love it.
Is what a man's supposed to do.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And guess what? When a man is like that, a woman can't help but to treat him like her king, because he carries her like that. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah,
not
if it's a man like that,
not today though, because the woman don't
you go there.
Yeah.
Don't go there, because a woman does want that. So stop.
No, a woman wants that. But you're not on IG and all those different platforms.
I got
these
TikTok,
women,
Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn.
A woman will be like, I need a man that's 6'2", 6'3". He gotta make six figures. He gotta do this. He gotta do that, and she could be 220 plus.
So
saying all the
so she want a king.
It's a price tag.
That's what the man is supposed to do.
But I'm saying there's a price tag that comes with, hey, I want all this, this, and this. Well, then you have to be all this, this, and that.
And she might be all this, and that.
No, they're not. I'm talking about the ones not. No. Men, submissive, in shape women, when they at that plateau, when they up in that league, they want eye candy on the shoulders when they go to those meetings and stuff like that. But you got a lot of women that feel entitled to pick a menu instead of meeting someone, seeing if you can even collaborate anything with them and work on something, as opposed to, hey, you got to fit in this category for me. Okay. And that's why it's a lot of me's out here with no views.
Okay, let me just say this. Let me say this. I know you have a lot of experience with certain types of women. I get it. But don't put all the women under that blanket, okay? Because all women are not what you're talking about. I would say maybe, 25% think like what you think they think, and the other 75% you would never encounter, because they're on a whole different level. And so if they're 250 pounds and they have standards, hey, they have standards. Back in certain countries, a big woman had it going on in certain countries. So, it's all in the mind of the individual. If you don't like her, then don't be trying to get her money. Don't have her, driving her car.
You're caught up on the 220. I'm sorry, you caught up on the 2. But let's just say femininity or women in general, like they do the womanly things. They have womanly attributes. You know what I mean? Not just the weight side of the game, but the mental side of the game, the cooperative, the submissive, the hey, well, if he go and take care of this, then I know I'm gonna take care of that. I'm gonna have this right when he cut, instead of opposed to, they don't cook, they don't clean no more, they don't do none of that stuff.
Like I said,
we getting a maid. I'm not fixing to do all this, but they want all of this. You know what I'm saying? They want, their eyes is bigger than their stomach. They want the whole package.
Is their eyes bigger than their stomach for real? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
The bottom line. The bottom line is, women don't have to deal with what they don't want to deal with, and they can have standards, and so can men. That's the bottom line, is everybody can do and choose what they want to do and choose. The problem is when a man will use a woman and don't really, love her or want to be with her. He just use her. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem.
That work both sides. There's a lot of men out here getting used for the Fridays. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of men out here getting, I think it's more men getting used than women are. Okay, with that being said, this is the whole thing I'm saying. We're off keister, we're off track, we're not.
I get it.
Because everybody don't want to do what it takes to be done. When we were coming up, it was, I would say in the 70s, it was a little bit different. People stayed together. People didn't have the resources to just say, I'm leaving you tomorrow on that midnight train to Georgia, because no, I need you to help pay. I need you. You need me. We need each other. We ain't just because it looked better on the other side of the fence. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. And
there was a lot of adultery coming up in the 70s, but people still basically stayed together. Dude might have had a family on the other side. If a job afforded him to take care of 2 houses, be fruitful and multiply, they say. If he could hold that together, but nowadays nobody wants that. It's a lot of single, broken people.
People, absolutely. People. Single, broken people, and hopefully, they'll figure it out. But I really enjoyed this discussion on women and men. So I really appreciate you sharing your perspective, and I appreciate those of you who have watched. And if you have a different perspective, please share in the comments.
One quick question: who do you think, like the women or the men?
Who do I think what?
Who do you think are winning in this society, women or men?
Who do I think are winning?
The men or the women? Who do you think are gaining the most out of this society, of this 2023?
I would say both.
Is that your way of staying neutral?
No, that's real talk, because there are men who are winning and there are women who are winning.
Well, yeah. Who do you think is winning more? It can't be even. No way with that skip even.
I think the men, when you say winning, are you talking about getting over?
I'm talking
when you say
about
winning. When you say winning.
In this society where you could just have sex with no ring and you basically get all the milk you want to, and you don't even have to know a cow, let alone own one. You know what I mean?
The men are winning.
There you have it. If women stop doing what they doing, the price go up for the milk. And
I know.
The milk is not readily available. But women can't do that because they don't want a man. They don't want to be told what to do. They want to have the lifestyle of a man, which means pillar to post. If you don't like this, you got another dude. If you don't like that dude, you got another dude. And it's not frowned upon like it used to be.
Okay, we're gonna save that for next week.
Yeah.
Because I definitely want to. I want to dabble in a little bit more of that, because I don't. I don't get it.
A lot of hoes out here that don't work at the brothels, that they out here doing what they want to do.
I get it.
Should be doing.
I get it. The 25% of women that you know. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Our Perspective. We'll be back next week with another Our Perspective. God bless. Bye-bye.